Welcome back, everyone. First, we want to congratulate all of you who have passed your US citizenship interview. However, the journey is not complete yet. There's one more thing you need to do before you officially become a US citizen. The oath ceremony is the last step in the citizenship process, where you swear allegiance to the US and get your Certificate of Naturalization, which confirms your US citizenship. Today we're going to go over what you need to know before the ceremony, what you should expect during the ceremony, and what you need to do after the ceremony, and some frequently asked questions. Are you ready? Let's do it. First, let's talk about some of the questions you have before the oath ceremony. When is my oath ceremony? If you pass the citizenship interview and the officer has everything to approve your application, you will receive a Notice of Naturalization Oath Ceremony, Form N445. You will usually get the notice by mail within 2 to 3 weeks after your interview. It will also show up in your online account if you have one. The notice will let you know the date, time, and location of the oath ceremony. Before the pandemic, there were only a handful of field offices offering the same day oath ceremonies. Now more and more of the field offices are offering same-day oath ceremonies. If you're able to attend a same-day oath ceremony, it will happen within a couple of hours after your interview. So if you have your citizenship interview in the morning, you will probably have your oath ceremony in the afternoon. And it will usually take place at the same office where you had your interview. Where does the oath ceremony take place? There are 2 types of ceremonies: judicial ceremonies and administrative ceremonies. In a judicial ceremony, the court administers the oath of allegiance. In an administrative ceremony, USCIS administers the oath of allegiance. If you're having your name changed, you will have the judicial ceremony. In some states, the judicial ceremony is not as frequent as the administrative ceremony. If that's the case, it will take you a bit longer to get your oath ceremony notice. What should I bring to the oath ceremony? First, you have to bring your green cards, valid and expired ones, because you have to turn them in for your certificate. Also, bring every type of re-entry permit, refugee travel documents, and USCIS documents ever issued to you. Bring another form of ID, such as your driver's license or state-issued ID. Last but not least, bring your oath ceremony notice you received in the mail. In some occasions, you might not get your notice by mail before the ceremony. If that's the case, you can log into your online account and print out a copy there to bring with you. One more thing, bring a black ink pen because you need that to fill out the notice and sign your certificate at the ceremony. What do I need to do with the oath ceremony notice? The notice contains 2 pages. On the front, it will have your alien registration number on the top. This confirms the notice is intended for you. Further down the page, you will see a box with the date, time, and the place where your oath ceremony is. Next to that, you will see a list of documents that you need to bring with you. On the back of the notice, there are 8 yes or no questions. You need to answer them truthfully on the day of your naturalization. all 8 questions have been asked during your citizenship interview. This is just to confirm that none of the answers have changed after your interview. If you answer yes to any of the questions, make sure to bring supporting documents with you. For example, if you got married or divorced after your interview, bring your marriage certificate or divorce decree. We suggest you to review the questions in advance and then fill out the form on the day of the oath ceremony. At the bottom of the page, make sure to put down the city and state of where you have your oath ceremony. Sign, date, and print your full current physical address. One more thing, print your answers clearly in black ink. How long will the ceremony take? Before the pandemic, the ceremony typically took place in large venues or courthouses with hundreds or even thousands of people standing shoulder to shoulder in front of a judge. Some judges would even greet you and take pictures with you after the ceremony. Now, with social distancing in place, the process is much simpler and it varies by the location. Most of the ceremonies are either conducted outdoors or indoors with a limited number of applicants in each event. Some places even offer drive-through oath ceremonies, where you can take your oath in the car. You can't get more American than that. The whole process will probably take 30 minutes to 1 hour from checking in to completion of the ceremony. Is there a dress code? This is a special day and you should dress accordingly. As mentioned on the oath ceremony notice, the naturalization ceremony is a solemn and meaningful event. Please dress in proper attire to respect the dignity of this event. Therefore, no jeans, shorts, or flip-flops. And because of the pandemic, make sure to have a proper face covering. USCIS does not allow masks with exhaust valves, neck gaiters, or bandanas. If you do not have an acceptable face covering, USCIS may ask you to reschedule your appointment. Now let's talk about what you should expect on the day of the ceremony. First, make sure to arrive at least 30 minutes before your scheduled oath ceremony time. Some locations will not let you in if you arrive late. Make sure to wear your face covering that covers both your mouth and nose. When you get to the facility, a USCIS officer will first ask you a series of questions related to COVID, just like before your interview. If you don't remember what those questions are, check out this video. Just a reminder, most field offices will not let you into the building if you have traveled abroad within the last 14 days of the oath ceremony. If the officer is satisfied with your answers, he or she will ask you to go through security, similar to an airport. Then the officer will go over the form N445 and make sure you didn't respond yes to any of the 8 questions on the notice. If the officer determines that you are eligible to take the oath of allegiance, you will be asked to surrender your green cards and any other travel documents issued by USCIS. After you're checked in, you will most likely wait in an area until all applicants are checked in. Depending on the location, there might be a welcome speech by a USCIS officer or judge. You and the other applicants will then be instructed to stand, raise your right hand, and repeat after the officer to recite the oath of allegiance out loud. You don't have to memorize the oath of allegiance, but if you want to be familiar with it before the ceremony, you can check out this video. I will go over the oath of allegiance and give you a chance to practice it too. After that, the officer will ask you to come up one by one to grab your certificate on the way out. And that's it. You're officially a US citizen. Once you've received the Certificate of Naturalization, the first thing you need to do is to check for errors. It's important to make sure the certificate is error-free. If there's any error, notify USCIS before you leave. Usually, they can make the changes within a day or two. It is much easier to correct the error on the spot. Once you leave the office, it will take much longer to correct the error. Second, sign the certificate. Sign the certificate like you sign other official documents, and make sure to use black ink. Any other color will make it invalid. Third, do not laminate your certificate. If you laminate the certificate, it will become invalid and you have to reapply for a new one. That will take time and cost you extra money. Make sure to register to vote. It is both your right and your responsibility as a US citizen. And it's a good idea to update your Social Security record and apply for a US passport. Because of the pandemic, most offices do not accept applications in person. If that's the case, you can apply by mail. Keep in mind that both require you to send in your original Certificate of Naturalization. Now let's go over some frequently asked questions by you. Can I take my phone to the oath ceremony? It varies by location. Some locations make you check your phone in, and you cannot take any pictures inside the facility. In other locations, you're allowed to bring your phone, so make sure to confirm with the officer during check-in. Can I bring guests to the oath ceremony? Because of the pandemic, most facilities only allow applicants to attend the oath ceremony, which is unfortunate. Can I travel abroad before the oath ceremony? Yes, you can. However, as mentioned previously, most field offices will not let you in the building if you have traveled abroad within 14 days of your oath ceremony. Can I travel abroad after the oath ceremony? Remember, you have to surrender your green cards during the oath ceremony. If you're traveling abroad, you need to have a US passport to return back to the US. You can apply for your US passport after the oath ceremony using your naturalization certificate. It takes about 10 to 12 weeks for regular service. If you pay extra for expedited service, you will get the passport in about 4 to 6 weeks. So please plan your trip accordingly. What if I can't attend the oath ceremony? First, we strongly discourage you to reschedule your oath ceremony. That will further delay the process of you becoming a citizen. Remember, you are not a US citizen until you complete the oath ceremony. Second, don't miss your oath ceremony date. That means check your online account often. We had an applicant who didn't receive the oath notice by mail, but found out the oath ceremony was on the next day through his online account. If you have to reschedule your oath ceremony, return the notice by mail immediately with a written explanation on why you cannot attend. You will then receive an appointment for a ceremony at a later date. And if you do not attend more than once, USCIS may deny your citizenship application and you have to start all over again. All right, I hope you find this helpful. For those of you with upcoming oath ceremonies, may you enjoy this special moment. This is a huge achievement, and we know how hard you've worked. Please leave us a comment and let us know how your oath ceremony goes. And if you want to learn some American English, check out these videos on my new channel. I hope to see you there. Bye.